Hello, callers, and welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with this transfer news claiming that Barcelona are still considering Chelsea forward Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang as a low-cost option for the summer. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Sergio Busquets, as it has been reported that the Barca captain is likely to decide his future during the international break. We are also going to be discussing on that. So, guys, as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. This past weekend, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was back in Barcelona and was seen celebrating the club's 2-1 win El Clasico over Real Madrid with his former teammate at the Camp Nou in the dressing room. The Chelsea striker spent 6 months as a Barca player in the second half of last season and played a key role in ensuring that the Catalans finished as runners-up in La Liga and secured qualification to the UEFA Champions League. Barcelona's financial woes and the inability to offload Memphis Depay in the summer meant that they had to do unwillingly part ways with Aubameyang, selling him to Chelsea for around 12 million euros. But things have not worked out well for the striker back in London, and he looks set for a move away again this summer. And according to Ferran Martinez of Mundo Deportivo, Barcelona look favorably at the possibility of re-signing Aubameyang in the summer transfer window and see him as a low-cost option to bolster the front line for the meantime. During his short time at the Camp Nou, Aubameyang developed a strong bond with the players and the staff. The report states that Xavi was delighted to work with the former Arsenal captain last season and recognizes the value he brought to the team. Hence, they tried to sign him back in January over Memphis Depay after Depay left to Atletico, but the RFEF rules prevented any move. However, the Catalans still have a hope of bringing Aubameyang back to the club as long as the transfer would be feasible and fit within the financial plans of Barca. Even though the current La Liga leaders are pushing so hard for Vitor Roque to provide cover for Robert Lewandowski in the long run, having someone like Aubameyang who can play through the middle or on the left and brings loads of experience in the team is seen as a plus. The striker himself has stayed in contact with his former Barca teammate, in particular Ousmane Dembele. Any move though will depend on how the season ends up for Chelsea with him. So the centre forward has been pretty much frozen out by manager Graham Potter and has even been axed from the Champions League squad. Currently, lagging behind the Champions League spot in the Premier League if they fail to improve and also crash out of Europe, manager Graham Potter could be shown the doors. It could open the door for Aubameyang to get a second shot at the club. If not, the ex-Arsenal man looks certain to leave and it will likely be at a low cost considering that Chelsea have done, you know, have devalued him by hardly playing him. In such a scenario, Barcelona will be waiting. So Aubameyang still continues to be linked with Chelsea. This is a guy who spent just 6 months at the Camp Nou, and to be honest, he did a great job. I think Aubameyang was loved by many Barca fans. He really felt at home, to be honest. He quickly adapted to the club. He quickly adapted, and quite the opposite of what he's going through at Chelsea. It's really a pity from how Graham Potter. I've never trusted this guy one bit, but he was at the El Clasico. He came to the Camp Nou and went to the dressing room, and that shows the connection that Aubameyang still have with Barca and with the players. And even like we quite remember when Barca sold him to Chelsea. I personally I was not happy. Many Barca fans were not happy about that decision. But of course, our hands were tight. We were going through a lot financially, and Barcelona had to do what they do because we did sign some players. You know, we did Laporta did activate economic levers just to sign players and just to ensure that there's some space on the wage bill. Aubameyang had to be sacrificed, knowing that Memphis Depay was still there. But Memphis Depay left in the January transfer window to Atletico Madrid, but we couldn't replace him, and that means that um, Lewandowski was still the only striker left there without any backup. So Barcelona are considering strongly a new centre forward. We have been talking about Vitor Roque for a long time now from Atletico Paranaense in Brazil. That guy is still a young guy, 18 years old, and definitely it is a player for the future. But Barca were eyeing Aubameyang as a low-cost, effective option because he will be cheap, and of course, um, definitely he has that experience. And of course, even though he will come and they'll be fighting for the spot with Lewandowski, but I think Aubameyang still love to be at Barca compared to Chelsea, because at Chelsea it is even very bad. Without even excluded from the Champions League squad, do not even play the Premier League games. Just once in the blue moon, you see Aubameyang having game time. So it's something that Barca are strongly considering in the summer. So let's see how it goes. Then on to the next story of discussion. The future of Sergio Busquets has been a hot topic in Barcelona for quite a while now. With the midfielder's contract expiring at the end of the season, the player has a decision to make on whether or not he would like to continue at the Camp Nou. Barcelona have reportedly sent their renewal offer to Busquets, who has yet to respond. Furthermore, the midfielder has other offers on the table, which is making it all the move so difficult for him. Nevertheless, a report from Mundo Deportivo claims that Busquets may soon assess his future, especially thanks to the upcoming international break. The veteran midfielder is not in the Spain team sheet anymore after he announced his retirement from international football. Following the 2022 FIFA World Cup debacle, his absence from the national team means the player has ample time to assess his future. Xavi Hernandez has already given players who have not been called up by their respective national teams a 5-day rest. This should enable Busquets to examine the offers closely, including Barcelona's, which is expected to contain a substantial salary cut. The Spaniard, therefore, will be faced with a choice between his family and better economic opportunities elsewhere. Recent reports have suggested that the veteran may consider a prolonged stay at Camp Nou, but nothing has been confirmed just yet. The coming week will be crucial for Busquets, who is understood to have been offered a one-year extension by Barcelona with an option to extend the deal for a further year based on the number of games he plays next season. The Barca coaching staff is in favor of keeping Busquets around for another season, but his potential exit could make Barcelona so desperate for a new defensive midfielder in the coming summer. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.